All right, let's begin with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, morning everyone. It is April 28th, 2025. Welcome to the Shawnee County Board of County Commissioners. I'm Aaron Mays. I represent District 3. I serve as chairman this year. On my right is Commissioner Kevin Cook, representing District 2. On my left is Commissioner Bill Rippon, representing District 1. Good morning to both of you. We've got our County Councilor, Rich Eckert, at my far right, and our County Clerk, Lisa Schmidt, at my far left. Good morning to both of you as well.
Good morning.
Let's get started.
All right.
First item, please.
First item on the agenda, item 3, consent agenda.
Okay, we've got several items on the consent agenda. One I wanted to point out is item I. We'll be switching the Go-Topeka and Chamber Board appointees. That's myself and Commissioner Cook. That's due to some scheduling conflicts. So if there's no questions or concerns about any of this, I would move for approval.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Mays and a second by Commissioner Cook. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes 3-0. Next item, please.
Item 4, new business. A, county clerk. 1, consider all voucher payments.
All right. Our total vouchers for this report is $3,369,369.77. Significant payments include $117,269.68 to Can Equip for a new haul and track 3 mower, tractor for Public Works paid from the special machinery fund. Then we have $135,910 to Fairway IQ Inc. to install GPS units on golf carts, paid from the golf course operating funds. Then we have $76,650 to RCI Adventure Products as a progress payment on the Gage Park Playland Aerial Adventure Trail, paid with the Gage Park Improvement Authority Sales Tax Fund. If there's no questions or comments, I would move for approval of the voucher payments.
Second.
I have a motion by Commissioner Rippon, second by Commissioner Cook. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes 3-0. Next item, please.
2, consider correction orders.
I would move for approval.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Mays, second by Commissioner Rippon. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes 3-0. Next item.
B, public works. 1, consider authorization and execution of contract C-172-2025 with Motorola Solutions for the purchase of 30 budget-approved communication radios with accessories and spare batteries at a total cost of $78,536.75. Funding will come from the 2025 Public Works operating budget.
Good morning, Commissioners. Kurt Niehaus, Director of Public Works. This is the second year of a 2-year order to completely replace our radios, our communication radios in Public Works. Last year we bought 35 radios. This year we want to buy 30 with some accessories, chargers, car chargers, batteries. These batteries that we're going to buy this year are better than the ones we bought last year. So number one, during snow and ice events, it's kind of bad when your battery wears out in the middle of the night. So with that, I look forward to your questions.
Questions?
No. I would move for approval.
Second.
Okay, you got a motion by Commissioner Rippon, second by Commissioner Cook. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes 3-0. Next item, please.
2, consider a request to exchange $670,935.63 in 2025 federal fiscal year funds for $603,842.07 in state transportation funds under the Federal Aid Fund Exchange Master Agreement.
Kurt Niehaus, Director of Public Works. This is our annual request before you to exchange federal funds for state funds. Obviously, the state funds have no strings attached to them. We can, as long as we put them on the roads or use it for road improvements, that's what's important. This year, if you look at the packet I provided you, the amount continues to go down. In fact, it's approximately 50% of what we received in 2016. Nevertheless, we'll take it. I look forward to your questions.
Any questions?
No. I'll move for approval. Second.
Motion by Commissioner Cook, second by Commissioner Rippon. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes 3-0. Next item.
3, consider a request to lease 4 Superior brooms from Berry Tractor of Wichita, Kansas via a 3-year lease agreement. Contract C-173-2025 with First Bank of Sterling, Kansas.
Courtney House, Director of Public Works. We'd like to try something different. You know, we've leased some of our administrative vehicles. We have a pickup that we've leased. We'd like to try it on these brooms. This is kind of a small piece of road maintenance equipment that we use. We use these brooms during chip seals to sweep off the loose aggregate so that it doesn't end up on people's windshields or in their front grill. We use it during minor mill and overlay projects where we mill. You've got to sweep that milled surface to clean it off and remove all the loose material. We use it to sweep intersections of gravel. We use it after storm events. When you need to sweep driveway gravel off the road, they're very utilitarian. This is not the broom we use to clean curb and gutter. You know, after a winter season, we're cutting back on the use of sand, but we still have some sand that collects in the curb and gutter sections of our roads, and we have a dedicated truck broom that does that. You've seen the typical City of Topeka brooms or the KDOT brooms when they do the barrier on I-70. We have a broom that does the similar thing with gutters. These brooms are out on the road doing a variety of sweeping to prepare a surface, to make them safer, to prepare a surface for an overlay, et cetera, et cetera. With that, I look forward to your questions. At the end of the 3-year lease, we can either keep them, make the final payment, and we've essentially bought them at an interest rate of approximately 3.45%. If I've calculated it correctly, I ran this by Jennifer. We can turn them in and we can use the residual from the sale of these brooms to lower the lease cost on the next group of brooms, or conceivably we could buy them and sell them on Purple Wave. So we have a full suite of options available to us at the end of the lease period. I'd sure like to try this out and see how it benefits us. If it's not a benefit, it turns out to be not a benefit, we won't do it again. I look forward to your questions.
Questions? Yeah, Kurt?
Are these the type of brooms that have a bin that collects debris, or do they just move the?
They just move the debris.
Yeah.
I provided a picture of them. They're
Yeah.
little 4-wheel dealies.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
All right. Not quite a street sweeper.
not quite a street sweeper.
No
That is
vacuum on it.
correct. Yeah,
Giant dustpans?
yeah.
Any other questions?
No.
Okay, I'll move for approval.
I'll second.
Motion by Commissioner Mays, second by Commissioner Rippon. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes 3-0.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next item, please.
C, solid waste. 1, consider approval of contract C-174-2025, a 5-year extension with Waste Management of Kansas Incorporated for the disposal of solid waste at Rolling Meadows RDF. Funding for this request will come from the Solid Waste Collections operational budget, which is 100% fee-funded and not taxpayer-supported.
Good morning, Commissioners. Bill Sutton, Shawnee County Solid Waste. This agenda item is an extension of our current contract with some adjustment in fees for the next 5 years. The original contract was a 10-year duration, and then this extension will be a 5-year duration, which might carry me to my retirement. What the financial impact for this will be is approximately $373,000 for the first year, and then the subsequent years around that 150 to 175 mark as we go through the next 5 years. I do not foresee any financial impact this current year, and obviously we're looking at it as the year goes, whether or not we have to adjust our rates to accommodate this next year in 2026. subject to your questions, Joe.
Any questions? So it looks like it goes up almost around 5% a year.
That's what it's forecasted, yes, sir, 5% for every 5 years as we go through.
Okay. All right, any other, no questions? Okay, then I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Motion by Commissioner Mays, second by Commissioner Rippon. Those in favor say aye. Opposed?
No.
Motion passes 2-1. All right, thank you. Next item.
D, Parks and Recreation. 1, consider approval of contract C170-2025, a facilities lease with the Shawnee Yacht Club to lease and utilize the area at Lake Shawnee through December 31st, 2029.
Good morning, Commissioners. Tim Laurent, Parks and Recreation Director. The Shawnee County Yacht Club has maintained a presence at Lake Shawnee for over 20 years. This agreement would extend that relationship through December 31st of 2029. The agreement clearly defines roles and responsibilities of both parties. The club will maintain both the parking areas and assist with building upkeep and develop a 5-year capital improvement plan in collaboration with our staff. The club provides sailing lessons through our department while we retain the revenue. The county will do general maintenance, promote the club, and ensure facilities remain accessible to the public. I would be happy to answer any questions that you might have.
Kurt, is there anything different about this than the last contract?
I think that there's not a whole lot different. I think that there was some verbiage in there about there was a lot of discussion, I should say, about that 5-year capital improvement plan. I believe that was mentioned in the last agreement, but we spent quite a bit of time talking about that and making sure that they're collaborating with our staff on it so that they don't come up with things that may not be realistic for the site. So we want to make sure we're both on the same page as we move forward.
Okay.
But overall, it's pretty much the same. There was some verbiage in there that we took out that just wasn't happening about them volunteering at other events like Spirit of Kansas and things like that. We took that out and really emphasized the fact that they're doing the sailing lessons and the county's receiving that revenue, but that is providing a service that probably wouldn't happen otherwise. So we think that's good.
Okay, and this does ensure that other members of the public will still be able to use that piece of Lake Shawnee as well?
100%.
Okay. All right, any other questions?
I'll move for approval.
Okay, motion by Commissioner Cook, I'll second. Second by Commissioner Mays. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes 3-0. Next item, please.
2, consider approval of contract C171-2025 with Daktronics Incorporated through the Greenbush Cooperative to supply parts and labor for the repairs to Bettis and Invista Sports Complex scoreboards. Estimated cost of $31,181.19 to be funded by the department's 3R fund.
Tim Laurent, Director, Parks and Recreation. So this project will actually touch virtually every scoreboard that we have at not only Bettis but in Vista. We have a few scoreboards right now that are not operational at Bettis. This will fix that, and then it'll also upgrade all of the equipment at both complexes. So the situation that we find ourselves in right now, we don't have if something breaks, and this is kind of why we have some that aren't working, we can't fix it because we need to upgrade our system because they're no longer making the parts for the system that we have. They're over 15 years old, and as the clerk mentioned, this will be paid for out of our 3R fund, and we are using the Greenbush Cooperative to accomplish this. So I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Questions?
No.
Okay. Oh, did you have?
I have just a kind of related question. Do they use the app out there where people can keep track of the score on their phone and all that?
I do not know.
I'll answer that.
I'm seeing Teresa
Okay.
Fisher is telling me yes.
I can answer it. So I'm at the ball fields quite a bit, and the teams do that individually.
I
The Game
see.
Changer is the app, and it live streams basically the games. It provides
Okay.
video, but it doesn't replace a scoreboard.
Yeah.
And so.
Okay.
So my experience is the scoreboards out there, even when they are operational, are a little finicky. You said they are getting upgraded.
They are.
You know, are they still going to have the handheld remote control types of things?
I imagine they will. I mean, I don't think it'll be the same one. I think that'll be all upgraded and new parts.
At one time, there was discussion of having handheld that the umpires would actually be controlling the scoreboard from their pocket counters. Is that something
I'm
that's
not
happening?
sure. I'm not
Okay.
sure.
Do we ever have sponsorships for the scoreboards?
There are sponsorship spaces available, and
I see.
yes, we do actively try to fill those, and we
I
have
see.
some.
Okay.
A couple of the larger scoreboards have some very old LED technology on there. Is that getting upgraded as well for where the sponsorships are streamed across the scoreboard?
I don't believe so. I think that would be considerably more than what we're doing here, but yeah, that's separate.
Okay,
That might be a future upgrade.
okay.
This is really geared more to just making sure that these all function and work, that that they're on.
Sure,
So,
sure. All right, any other questions?
No.
All right, I'll move for approval.
I'll second.
Motion by Commissioner Mays, second by Commissioner Rippon. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes 3-0.
thank you.
Thanks. Next item, please.
I didn't see any public comment.
I don't have anyone signed up, so we'll move on to administrative communications. Any administrative communications?
Good morning, Commissioners. John Landon, Director of the Weed Department. I just want to let you gentlemen know, a week ago, last Monday at 2 o'clock, we officially become licensed to do all of our drone applications by KDA. It was the last step that we were waiting on, so that finally came. So our program will be off and running, last week. Weather permitting, we'll be getting out as soon as possible. So I just want to thank the commissioners for seeing this, being an innovator in it. We're the first government agency in Kansas to do this. And so, I'm sure there's 104 other counties, as I said before, that's probably jealous of us right now. So, again, thank you, gentlemen, and that's all I wanted. So happy to answer any questions you might have.
Any questions? No. Congratulations, John.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Okay, Commissioner Rippon?
Well, I had a good weekend. Volunteered out at Old Prairie Town for their tulips at twilight. I had a good run. It was a lot of people out there. Nice to meet a lot of the people going through there. Also volunteered out at the War Memorial, putting bricks in Sunday, and we had, once again, a lot of people out there.
That's always good to hear. Commissioner Cook?
No, nothing to add.
Okay. I want to let everyone know, Thursday, we have a work session, and then immediately following the work session, we are doing a ribbon cutting for the courthouse. I believe it is the 60th anniversary of the courthouse being open, and so we'll be celebrating that. But not only that, we will also be celebrating the completion of our renovation project. So I guess you could call it a rededication or ribbon cutting, even though the courthouse has been open the entire time. We'll be over there to celebrate that. So, and that'll be immediately following our work session. Next item, please.
Item 7, executive session.
So we do have a need for executive session today for two reasons. One is for personnel matters, non-elected personnel. Let's do that for 20 minutes. Then we've got the second item for consultation for the body or agency, which would be deemed confidential in the attorney-client relationship. That one, let's do for another 20 minutes. That sound about right for everybody? Okay, so I would move that we go into executive session for those two reasons. And then let's say that we will begin that at 9:25. Is there a second? Okay. Motion by Commissioner Mays, second by Commissioner Cook. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion passes 3-0. Let's see if we can sign some documents, and then we'll be in executive session. All right, we're back from executive session. No action was taken. We're adjourned.